not a good week to make big decisions where you have to have clarity, and you might not even feel like you have clarity right now. You feel like you're getting all these emotions and maybe downloads for things, but you're not getting clarity yet. Welcome to the Story of Spirit podcast, where practical spirituality meets real life. Hi, I'm your host, She Tells Story. I'm a psychic medium, grief support counselor, professional astrologer, and a human design reader, and of course, a law of attraction master coach. With my unique blend of spiritual and practical tools, I am here to help you align with your soul-led purpose and ignite a life that sets your soul on fire. In this podcast, we are going to explore the principles of energy, astrology, spirituality, and psychology to help you heal your grief and create an aligned life and business from the inside out. Whether you are looking to deepen your intuition, understand your cosmic design, or transform your business, this podcast is for you. Join me each week for insightful discussions, practical tips, and inspiring stories that will guide you on your journey to living your very best life. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at She Tells Story or wherever you listen to this podcast. Let's dive in and start this transformative journey together. Welcome to the Story of Spirit podcast. Welcome to the Astro Forecast for the week of February 17th through to the 23rd. This is now, it's kind of starting to chill out this week, and we have a couple major things happening this week. So we start out the week on a third quarter phase in Libra of the moon. This is a moon that is wanting to find balance, that is seeking to kind of be in harmony with others, right? And it can be a bit people pleasery, right? Especially because of some of the aspects this week. There can be a propensity for you to give up more of yourself than maybe that is good, right? To do so to keep the peace, right? That's always the reason. No one's trying to give away parts of themselves, right? You're always doing it for a reason. And it is a learned behavior. So you learn somewhere along the way that when I'm conciliatory or when I just say yes to people, even though I don't want to, and I'm giving up my time, my energy, my money, I make other people happy at the expense of myself. So you'll know when you have gone too far in that direction because you are tired, you are spent, right? And you feel like resentful. That's the other thing. I heard someone say to me this week that, this person takes my energy. And I said something, and it might be hard for you to hear, but no one can take your energy without your will. You have to allow it. You have to say yes to it. No one can take your energy without your will. So where are you giving away your energy, thinking it's getting you something in return that isn't actually worthwhile, right? The juice is not worth the squeeze, my friends. So this week, you're going to feel that. So we start out the week on Tuesday, February 18th, with the sun moving into Pisces. It is Pisces season. Happy birthday, beautiful Pisces out there watching this and listening to this. This sun's shift into Pisces now. It's moving out of the air sign of Aquarius that can be very in the mind, thinking all the time, trying to take care of everyone. It's a very active sign, even though it's sort of a fixed air sign, but it is one where it wants to protect others. It's always thinking about how it can, what's the next move, very strategic. It's about innovation and brilliance. And now we're moving into a mutable water sign. This is the most feely sign of the zodiac. Water that flows wherever, right? Think of it, I'm sure you must have heard of the analogy of, you put in marbles and you put in sand and rocks into a jar, and then you pour in the water and the water fills in all of the cracks. And that is Pisces, filling in all the cracks. It goes wherever it desires, where it's needed to. Pisces is the most feeling sign. It's empathy, compassion, one love, spiritual, attainment, transcendence. It is healing as well. And so a Pisces time for us, there's a lot of feelings. Okay. There is a lot of dissolving away of barriers, right? We can feel what other people are feeling. And this is why we need those boundaries, right? Especially if we're getting that Libra moon kind of affecting us this week in terms of like the energy that's set for the week. But the moon will move through the different zodiac signs of the week. But it's almost like kind of setting the tone for the week, if you will. I always like to look at the moon at the beginning of the week. And so this sun moving into Pisces on Tuesday, this is encouraging you to connect with your dreams, exploring your spirituality, releasing things that are complete. It's the last sign of the zodiac, so it's sort of a time of releasing. And again, transcendence means that you're releasing parts of your identity and moving into higher evolutions of yourself. So Pisces energy invites you to flow with life's currents rather than resisting them, helping you to find peace and surrender and trust. While this can be a deeply healing and creative period, it's essential to maintain healthy boundaries and stay grounded. Let your compassion and vision guide you as you move towards your faith. So, also being careful for being overly idealistic and escapism, meaning if you are someone who imbibes in doing recreational drugs, let's say, or drinking alcohol in terms of social situations, or going to soothe yourself with it during Pisces season, we are more sensitive to it. So less less is more, to either get the same effect or find what high level coping could look like for you. So maybe that's meditation, or walking in nature, or taking a long shower, or sleeping. Pisces rules the subconscious. So it's a time where we can really process through dream state, and you can have a lot of active dreaming happening now. So keeping a dream journal during this time will be really supportive for you. All right, Thursday, February 20th, we have Mercury square to Jupiter. And anything square to Jupiter expands it, makes it feel like we're so big. And Mercury is our mind, thought processing. It's in Pisces. So it's a time when your thoughts and communications kind of are very expansive. It also, you are feeling, so you can get a lot of intuition, a lot of really great information right now by using your intuition with your mind, right? The two actually can work together. So you may feel inspired to share your vision, but struggle to articulate it clearly, because it's a feeling sign. When Mercury is in Pisces, we articulate through creative endeavors. So like music, imagery, painting, movement. It's not a sign that's inherently, it can, write great lyrics and poetry to articulate what it wants to say, but it's not one that's really good with words. Like those are air signs, right? Gemini, Aquarius, and I'm missing the last card, Libra. Those are the three air signs that are very good with words, right? They're very articulate, whereas Pisces is more feely, right? So this is not a time when you feel maybe the words are coming, so you want to play a song for somebody, right? This is the way I'm feeling. They're like, okay. Focus on finding balance between your creative insights and logical planning, and avoid misunderstandings. Using this energy to brainstorm, but leave major decisions to another time. So not a good week to make big decisions where you have to have clarity, and you might not even feel like you have clarity right now. You feel like you're getting all these emotions and maybe downloads for things, but you're not getting clarity yet, and that's okay. But this is really dreamy energy. So great for manifestation. If you haven't created a vision board yet, this would be great energy for creating a vision board Thursday in the middle of the week. I don't know. But it's really this ability to think about big ideas and allow yourself to have big dreams on things. It's not necessarily about details. So don't expect yourself to have all the details now. I've been talking to a lot of people that feel like they don't have clarity in this moment. There is a lot of feeliness in the air of I know I need to go in this direction, but I don't know what the details are. Yes, my friend, you are right on schedule. Details are going to come. It's not yet, because Mars is still retrograde. And then on Sunday, the 23rd, speaking of Mars, the planet of motivation, desire, passion, egoic movement, egoic momentum, it is now going direct. Now, we've talked about this before on my show. We've talked about it if you've ever talked to me. Stationary direct means that the planet is literally hovering on a degree. What this means mathematically is it's going the same speed as the Earth. So it's sort of stationary direct, as we call it. It's not going slower than the Earth, and it's not going faster than the Earth. It's going the exact same speed. And in astrology, this means that it's almost sitting on the same degree of that zodiac sign. meaning it is more intensified. And it's going to be here for a few days. So during Mars going direct at Cancer, it's been retrograde since December 6th. And in this Cancer degree, it is now going to feel very sensitive. We are going to really be tested. How much work did you do on your inner foundations? How much did you do on your why? Right? This is where you're going to be really feeling it this week of like, do you have clarity now on your why? Like, what are you passionate about? Where do you want to go forward in the world? You know, Cancer rules the family, it's home, it's your emotions, it's your intuition, it's your innermost sanctum. And when we have Mars in Cancer, Mars doesn't like to be here because it wants to move forward, but it's like, what motivates you? Right? Why do you want to make this world a better place? Do you want to make this world a better place? What is driving your egoic will? And is it still feels up to date with where you're at right now in your life? Because sometimes we think this is our motivation, and it takes a moment to just sit and realize this is actually what we want now. Is this what you want now, or is that what your parents said? Is this what you want now, or is this what your family is expecting of you? Right? This is going to really feel very strong on this day, Sunday, but also kind of the week, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So this Mars being in this kind of stationary placement, it's not going to feel like anything's really moving forward. If anything, you might feel like you're in a bit of a time warp where you're almost standing still, or you're really being tested with what do you want and why you want it. So nothing is going to really move forward. Don't expect anything to really go according to plan during this time, right? And it's interesting because I heard like someone is planning on moving during that time. If that's you, really shore up your resources. Have a lot of people supporting you. Make sure, you check it off with the moving company. Mars also rules cars. So it's a time now where to really take care of your car and make sure if there's any maintenance or anything that you need to do on it, do it now. Shore it up, because it's going to really help you in the future. Or it could test you to see, well, you didn't upkeep your car. Now you got a flat tire, or whatever it is that your car needed. So as Mars moves forward, you will feel more empowered to take action on matters that you have been stalled on or emotionally charged areas of your life. While the energy may still feel sensitive, you now confidently address challenges and with both strength and compassion. So between now, February 23rd, and December 6th, December 6th of 2024 that just passed, you have gotten clarity on something that is been sitting in your motivation vaults. Mars again rules that egoic will to move forward. So you might be feeling like, do I want this anymore? Am I motivated by this? If you're an entrepreneur, you're like, I've been hearing this a lot from other entrepreneurs as well, is like, is this where I want to grow my business? Is this the ideal client for me anymore? Is this what I love to do? I don't know, because it feels like something is shifting in me. And that is exactly correct. So feeling that and just noticing what comes up now. So clarity is not going to come today, y'all. It's going to come in the next couple weeks. So give yourself time. And if you're feeling like you're running out of time, you're not, right? You're not. Everything is divinely timed. You don't have to reach. You don't have to push. If anything, this Mars retrograde has really taught me that, to just relax. The universe has me. There's going to be next steps that are going to be shown to me. So even during the Mars retrogrades, Mercury is not direct. Mercury is direct right now, but Mars is stationary direct in this moment as we're talking about this on the 23rd. And this is a time now, even when the universe was kind of nudging me, I did launch things that the universe actually said, these people need this, go and do it. And we will support you. And guess what? Supported, completely supported. So it's not you can't launch or you can't do anything during a retrograde. It's that if you're trusting the universe and you're trusting the signs that you're getting, then everything's going to align, right? This feels very poignant for Mars in Cancer. Just trusting. I also have a natal Mars in Cancer. So that feeling of one is also conjunct Jupiter, which is expansion, optimism, and good luck. So I often feel so sensitive about how I want to move forward. But if the universe tells me, I take the step. So it's about listening versus pushing. And then also on Sunday, February 23rd, we have Mercury trine to Mars. So this is an interesting energy because this trine, Mars is still stationary direct. So it's sitting on that very strong degree. And then Mercury, the mind, is in Pisces. So there's these two water signs feeling very, very sensitive, very, very charged and harmoniously. It almost sort of feels like these big dreams are going to take you where you need to go, and you are feeling this so strongly. Again, not a time to act. These two things are trine, but because there's some still murkiness in the air, I would say it's just not a time to start to act on these things. Going into Tuesday of next week, there's going to be more structure coming in to support your dreams. So I just wait till Tuesday, not making any big decisions now. This Mercury trine to Mars is a really beautiful energy for brunching, for coming together with friends, to really introspect as to what is really driving you and what are your big dreams and what are the next steps to move these dreams into action. So this is an ideal balance of intuitive communication and emotional courage. You may find it easier to articulate your feelings and take inspired action on creative or personal endeavors. And when I say inspired action, it's the first step, right? So even writing down what those first steps are, creating a plan for yourself. So if you're feeling like, yes, I need to go back to the gym, you're feeling that motivation coming back now. Yeah, I would say this is, it's possible, even though Mercury or Mars is sitting on the degree, but it is not the time to act on it, right? It's time to create a schedule. If you're going to go back to the gym and get a membership, where are you going to use it? What does a plan look like? Maybe a healthy eating plan to support your dreams of, the gym and what that's going to support in your life and your body, right? So this is now putting it in your schedule, telling the people in your life, hey, I'm going to be going to the gym in the morning. So if you want to do this, we'll organize driving the kids to school or, whatever. You're just going to hear me leave at 7 a.m. I'll be back by 9, or you're doing it later in your work day. I'll pick up the kids, I'm going to drop them off at home, and I'm going to head to the gym. So that's where you're going to find me every day between 3:30 and 5:30. Maybe you create that schedule for you, right? So really creating the schedule that brings you abundance is a really good use of this energy. Use this alignment to confidently express your needs while staying attuned to the emotions of yourself and others. This is a great time for creative writing, storytelling, and resolving conflicts with clarity and compassion. Is there going to be clarity? There's a lot of emotion happening now. I don't know if there's necessarily a lot of clarity, but there's going to be a lot of emotions. Again, wonderful to channel this into storytelling, writing, painting, drawing, clay, doing stuff with clay, flower arranging. Like, it's a good time and good day to do that as well. And being around people that really fill your heart and soul. So it's a very, watery week, it's a time to really be aware of your emotions, who fills them and who drains them, and where you notice things in your life that make you feel really good. So wishing you a wonderful, soul-filling week ahead, and I will see you next week. Bye. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Story of Spirit podcast. I hope you have found inspiration, support, and practical insights to help you align with your soul-led purpose and live a life that sets your soul on fire. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to the podcast, leave a review, and share it with a friend. Your support helps us to reach more listeners and continues to provide valuable content. I sincerely appreciate every share, and I know it is how most people find me. It is because caring people like you have shared me with them at the right and perfect time. For more resources, insights, and to connect with our community, please visit us at www.shetellstory.com and follow us on Instagram at shetellstory. Remember, your journey to a more aligned and vibrant life is just the beginning, and I am here to support you every step of the way. Until next time, stay aligned, stay inspired, and keep shining your beautiful light. This is She Tells Story, signing off. from the Story of Spirit podcast. Here's the legal ease that's required by our lawyers. This podcast and the YouTube channel represents the opinions of She Tells Story and her guests to the show. The content should not be taken as medical, psychological, or financial advice. This series is informational and entertainment purposes only. Because each person is so unique, please consult your healthcare professional, your mental health dream team, your financial advisor, or anyone else that's an expert in the field in where you are thinking of making big choices in your life.